So it seems like that we're working with different teams.
Mhm.
So would you share a little bit about your team and your angels? Who are they and what do they look like?
Yeah, I'm happy to. And I'll say, I really, when I speak on my own experience, whether it's my personal experience or if it's things that I've experienced with the thousands of people that I've worked with. I'm not someone who focuses a lot on reading other people's material or getting into other people's material, because I know that I'm a channel and I really like to keep my own channel clear and pure, and not that I'm just taking other people's concepts. It is always fun though when I'm working with a client and they're like, "Oh my gosh, so and so said the same thing." I'm like, "That's so cool." I love it when that happens. Um, so I will say that in my experience with myself and others, what I have come to understand is that we all absolutely have a team. Can you imagine just one poor being having to deal with all of our humanness? I don't know if you get difficult ever, but I know I do. Um, so but these beings, they will specialize in our life. So we have guides and we have angels. We Different people will have different teams. Some people have a lot of guides that are coming from their intergalactic family who are really just around, and so they're very present. I don't have that as a part of my team, but that's a very real thing for a lot of people that I've worked with. But our spirit guides specifically, they have actually gone to school basically to truly specialize in our life themes, the things that we've come here to master. They know how to work with us. They know how to get our attention. They know, I think all of us have the capacity to be very intuitive, not just like having a gut hunch, but I mean actually intuitive. Maybe you hear, maybe you see, maybe you're clairsentient, but our guides know the best ways to get our attention using the pathways, the psychic pathways, if you will. Um, so they've gone to school. We actually know them very, very well when we're not in these physical forms. Often we have been a spirit guide for them. So sometimes we will often think about our spirit guides in terms of them helping us here, or we think about ourselves just in our human experience, our in between life experience, and being reborn. One of the things that I don't think we talk nearly enough about, because it's such a fun topic, maybe one we can cover at a future date, because it really is a fun topic, um, is what is it like to be a spirit guide for another spirit who will be then your spirit guide at some point. So these are part of, I think a lot of us know the term like a soul circle. This is our soul group. This is our kindred spirits, or the terms like that. That our spirit guides are a part of that. These are relationships that we have over and over and over again. And similar to our, let's say, physical family and friends here in the 3D realm, it's the same thing over on the other side. Just using that term because it's easy for conversation's sake. But we have a similar group where we play different roles for them as well. And so that's one of the things that I have always found so just delightfully fascinating. And we all have spirit guides. We all usually have a couple of spirit guides in my experience. And then we do have angels, and angels are quite different than spirit guides in terms of their vibrational frequency and their role. And in a lot of ways, because spirit guides, as you've heard, they've been on the earth plane, or they've been with us in our other star or planet experiences. So I know I talk about the earth plane a lot, but most of us have reincarnated and been on many different planets or stars in other dimensions at different times, future and past. That's the other thing. I mean, even in the Ayurvedic world, where I spend a lot of my time these days, there's a lot more conversation about past lives. And I always like to call attention to that, because I feel that the idea of past in and of itself is suggesting that time is somehow linear. And I know in the core of my being that it's just not. And so our spirit guides, have been with us in many of our manifestations, or the ways that we have been their guides on all of these different, let's say, denser, energetically denser planes of existence, which would be another star, another planet, or here. Angels, on the other hand, do not manifest in physical form for any period of time. Okay, so that's not to say that if one of our angels or an angel needed or wanted to manifest in a dense form in a human body, that they couldn't or they can't. They absolutely can, but it's not for an extended period of time. It will be for the time that they need to do it, and then they will get out of there. It's not too different. I do not call myself a medium, although I am able to do mediumship work. I don't feel that that is where I shine. But I can tell you that when I do mediumship type work, or when a spirit does come to me because they have a message that they want to give to someone, it's a similar effect where this deceased departed person can come down, can lower their vibration just enough, and it's, of course, it's my job to increase my vibration. So we find this meeting point. They come in just enough so they can give me telepathically the information they need to give me, and then they go, they lighten up again. It's a real practice for them. It's kind of similar with angels. They can come in when they need to, but their role is to keep a higher vibration that doesn't fully align with the dense matter. Our work, when we're connecting with our angels, is to increase our vibrational field, and they're all more than happy to help. The other thing is that our spirit guides do tend to have a little bit more of a personality. Like, I've actually seen spirit guides like getting impatient with people, which is actually really funny. Um, it's because it's like you can just see that they have a little bit more of us in them, um, but they don't get hooked on it or hung up on egos or anything like that. Um, Angels really are just benevolent, or at least the angels that we're talking about and working with. They are pure light. They are pure benevolence. They range in spectrum of color. They range in size. It really depends on the phylum. That we have angels that work intergalactically. They are huge, and they work within and among all of the different universes, in all of the different dimensions, going all the way down to archangels, which are one of the closest, highest vibrating angels that we have access to. And then, or easy access to, I should say. We have access to all of these angels, but vibrationally, because we do have these physical forms, there is only a certain degree that most people can go. We can train ourselves to go higher, which is why I love Ayurveda. But as a natural sort of default, the connection point with angels with the most ease is the archangels, not necessarily the huge ones that are like transversing the universe all the time. And then, of course, we have our own angels, which are with us for the entire soul's journey. So we could say, from the moment our soul was born to when it ends, which again is very finite. I don't believe that at all. But our angels are with us eternally. They will never leave us, and they will be with us as we manifest in all of our forms, in all of the different places that we go. They will never ever abandon us, because we are their purpose, if you will.
To watch the full video, click the link below, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel.
Resto maliata falia. Tan shavra leto.